Hey y'all, I will be posting another lyrical message um, that is from Mariah Carey, an oldie. We belong together. And this is like coming from the spouse's perspective. And I think everybody and their mom knows this song. So it's, it's sweet love. Yeah, I didn't mean it when, and now this is for spouses that this is once their eyes are opened, right? This is for at the time that this is for is at the time that their eyes are opened, right? They can see things that they could not see before. This kind of goes along with what I've been posting about. And not everybody's spouses are in this season, but they will be at some point. Some of them. So take it to God. But it says, I didn't mean it when I said I didn't love you. So maybe some of the spouses have said that to you, or maybe just their actions have spoke that to you, right? I should have held on tight. I should have never, I never should have let you go. God may have pulled you back away from this person. Chances are he did at some point, if you were already together. And maybe you were, voicing to them the things that you were expecting from them, concerns that you had, but they wouldn't listen. And they wouldn't change. They just didn't really care what you had to say. And so God, pretty much told you at this point, after you voiced things over and over and over and over with no results, to maybe give them an ultimatum, right? Like, if you, can't address these things and, yada, 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 then I'm going to have no choice but to leave, right? And that was God. But now they're feeling like they shouldn't have allowed that to happen. They shouldn't have let you go, right? It says, I didn't know nothing. I was stupid. I was foolish. I was lying to myself. And they were, right? They were allowing the enemy to keep them in this place of just their vision and their perspective of you to be distorted. They were basically telling themselves that they weren't allowing themselves to fully open up to you. They weren't allowing themselves to give themselves all to you. Give them, gosh, Lord, help me speak. They were not giving you all of them. They weren't allowing themselves to. They were lying to themselves about who you are to them and who you were to them. They were not fully allowing themselves to love you and to take care of you in the ways that they needed to, right? And they realize now that the way that they were behaving and the way that they were viewing things and the way that they were treating you was foolish, right? And so it says, I couldn't have fathomed that I would ever be without your love. They couldn't have fathomed that you would ever walk away, right? Maybe they thought that they could just continue to behave the way that they were behaving and go about things the way that they were because they thought that you would never leave them, right? That you couldn't and wouldn't walk away from them. But they were wrong. And so it says, never imagine that I'd be sitting here beside myself. Because I didn't know you, because I didn't know me. But I thought I knew everything. So they didn't. It says, because I didn't even know, I didn't know me, right? They didn't even know themselves. They were really just in this place of they were spiritually dead and they were spiritually blind, right? It says, but I thought I knew everything. And they did. They thought they knew everything. It's that place of pride, right? They were sitting all high and mighty in pride. Not very humble. and it was their way or the highway. They thought they knew everything. We'll just keep it at that. But God tore that down. He tore down that pride. He humbled them. He has humbled them. That feeling that I'm feeling now, that I don't hear your voice, because God took you away from them, right? And you've been in the separate. God has had you not talk to them, not reach out to them. They're feeling it, right? They're feeling your absence. They now know what it's like to not, and they want to hear. They miss your voice. They miss you. Going back to the word I'm posting before this one about the painter, right? You brought color into their life. You brought excitement into their life. They just didn't appreciate it at the time. But sometimes things have to be taken from you in order for you to see the true value in it. And so God has now awakened them, and they now see what they are missing out on, right? That even goes to the song Bring Me to Life. Like, I think it says, like, now that I, hold on, let me look it up. I think it says, now that I know what I'm without, you can't just leave me. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did. It says, or have or touch and kiss your lips, because I don't have a choice. Right now, they don't have a choice. God has, like, completely, like, there's a process that has to be done, and they know that they cannot come back to you this time. They cannot approach you without doing it the right way. They can't just come at you any type of way like they used to, right? They have to come back to you changed. And they know this. So it says, or what I wouldn't, because I don't have a choice, or what I wouldn't give to have you lying by my side right here. They'd give anything now to have you back and have you back at their side, right? They're feeling your absence. They're missing you. They're seeing your value, and they just want you. And they want you back, right? And God's going to give you back, right? They just have to go through their process, but their process is going to happen quickly. God is speeding up their process. That's going to happen quicker than yours did. It says, when you left, I lost a part of me. You are their other half. You are their rib. So yes, it feels like they lost their other half, right? They're like a part of them is gone, right? You complete them. I mean, of course, God completes them. God makes them whole, but you're their missing rib. You complete them. And without you, their soul, like their spirit is going to feel like it's missing something, right? And, it says it's still so hard to believe. They didn't think that they would be here at this, feeling this way, and things would be the way that it is. So it says, come back, baby, please, because we belong together. They know you belong together. They want you back. They miss you. They're feeling it. Who else am I going to lean on when times get rough? You were always there to brighten their day in some way, to lift them up when they felt down. You were there, and now you're not. Who's going to talk to me on the phone till the sun comes up? Maybe there were times that y'all were on the phone just talking, right? Again, like, they're feeling the absence. You were always there for them to talk to, and for them to lean on, and now you're gone, right? Who's going to take your place? There ain't nobody better. Of course not. Of course not. Again, you're their missing rib. Nobody's ever going to, and y'all need to know that. Like, if this is your true God-ordained spouse, like, if you know that 100% certain, without a doubt, you got to know that there is nobody in this earth that's going to take your place. Nobody compares to you, and nobody ever will, right? You are their other half. It says, I can't sleep at night when you're on my mind. They have been having sleepless nights. God's been showing me that. You're on their mind constantly. you're on their mind constantly, especially at night when they're just laying in their bed, right? And it's quiet. They've got no distractions around them. It's just them and God, and it's them and their head and their thoughts and everything. And it's just you. They can't get away from you. God's not going to let them. And they will not rest until the matter is settled. That's scripture. Like, God keeps bringing that back up. Like, they're not going to have peace. They're not going to have rest until they settle this matter. God's not going to allow them to. Bobby Wambach. I've always said that in this song, but now I'm seeing there is no B. That might be, I'm not sure who that is. Don't come at me if it's someone like, you don't know who that is. Remember, I am only 28 years old. And there is certain people and certain music that I just don't know. And my apologies. Bobby Womack. I swear there was a B. I guess there's not. On the radio, saying to me, if you think you're lonely now, wait a minute, this is too deep, too deep. I gotta change the station, so I am gonna spare y'all. I cannot sing. No. But basically what I'm getting from that is that they are hearing songs, right? They're hearing things that are speaking to them, right? And it's just making the situation worse. You know, they may even be seeing things associated with, I will say, God showed me that last night on the way home. They, just like God is showing you things that remind you of them, they're constantly seeing the same things too, that just constantly are reminding them of where they are at, where you're at, and where you guys are at right now. That just keeps being like that punch in the gut kind of thing, right? I gotta change the station. So they're trying to avoid those things, right? They may be trying to, like, they might be inside of a restaurant or inside of a store or whatever, and boom, a song comes on and the lyrics stick out to them just like you, where God starts speaking and they're like, man, like, and they try to run from it. They try to avoid it, but God's showing up and he is showing out, and he is not letting them, he's not letting up on it. So I turn the dial trying to catch a break. Yeah, again, like, they're just trying to catch a break of these things that they're feeling, but God's not allowing them to have a break. He is heavily enforcing it on them. It says, and then I hear, baby face, I only think of you, and it's breaking my heart. I'm trying to keep it together, but I'm falling apart. That's self-explanatory. That's very clear. They're just really in their feelings, and they are feeling this separation. They're trying to keep it together. They're trying to avoid it, but they cannot. I'm feeling out of my element. They're just, yeah. Throwing things, crying, trying to figure out where the heck they went wrong. They're trying to now trace, and Synovia actually just posted a video a few weeks ago talking about that, about the Aldi trip. She was tracing back where she had left her keys, and God gave her a whole word out of that, where they are now trying, God is having them in a place where they are now trying to trace back the dots to find out where they went wrong in this whole thing, which is God's showing me, like, that is how they are now taking accountability for their wrongdoings. They're having that moment of really reflection, right? It says, pain reflected in this song. Yeah, just reflection. Ain't even half of what I'm feeling inside. So this isn't even, going back to 411, indescribable. And I just seen that somewhere. I don't even know where. Oh, because I was looking at the seconds on this recording, and it was at 411. Wow. 411, indescribable. This doesn't even begin to describe what they're going through, okay? I need you back in my life, baby. They need you. They want you, right? When you left, I lost a part of me. It's still so hard to believe. Come back, baby, please, because we belong together. yeah, it just goes back through the course, and you all already know the course, so I don't want to be repetitive. But yeah, this is not for everyone right now, but it will, it could be at some point. So take it back to God, sit with God on it, as always. But I do pray that this encourages you. I pray that, this helps you gain some sort of clarity, confirmation, whatever it have you. Pray that it makes it to the right people at the right time. If y'all feel led to sow, my information will be in the description box. And again, I pray y'all have a blessed rest of your weekend, and I will see y'all again. I think this is my last video for I don't know. God's been just having me put out videos left and right, so who knows? I haven't had a break. We will see. But if I don't see you again before the weekend is up, I pray y'all have a blessed rest of your weekend. Okay, bye.